Here at home, we've got some pretty good rain chances.
We do, I think. And the next few days, especially, I think Wednesday and Thursday will be our best days, but we actually have rain out on the radar across New Mexico. So here's a look, bird's eye view of some of those showers and storms bubbling up there on the radar this afternoon. Again, most of it is really favoring those elevated and mountainous areas, but the one storm that I'm more concerned with at this moment is the storm to the east of the Cuba area and north of Jemez Springs. So you'll see where the pink and those darker colors there, that's where there's that indication that there could be some hail embedded in with this system. So right now its trajectory or its path is moving to the south, and if it continues on that path as well as keeping that strength, it could impact the Jemez Springs area within, I would say, the next half an hour to even an hour. It is a slower moving storm, so it could also be producing quite a bit of rainfall as well. We'll continue to keep you updated on these storms as well, but the reason why we're seeing this is we have a lot of moisture being funneled into our area based off of a high pressure system well off to our east. Again, that's where we're seeing a lot of that heat impacting eastern and southeastern portions of the U.S. But for us, it's really bringing a lot of that rainfall. So again, as we get into the afternoon hours and even evening as well, we have that potential to see some flash flooding from the northern side of the state down to the southern side of the state. So that includes areas like Taos, Santa Fe, here in the Albuquerque metro area, down to Socorro and Reserve, even stretching further south of that as well. So what radar could look like, again, as we continue through these afternoon and even into the evening hours, I think we'll continue to see more of that activity. And again, there is that potential for the slower moving storm. So those areas like the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, down to the Sacramento Mountains, as well as down to the south and west. That's where we could see some of those heavier thunderstorms and slower moving thunderstorms capable of producing upwards to 2 inches of rain or more. Again, that's where we're going to be concerned with that burn scar flooding. Not only that, I think we could continue to see some activity out there on the radar as we head into those overnight hours into Tuesday. But until then, I mean, the temperatures, at least this time today, will be at least a couple degrees cooler today than what we saw over the weekend. But some spots that are going to be missing out on that rainfall, such as the northwest corners there, the Four Corners, Farmington's going to be a little bit on the warmer side, 96 for the high out there. In some spots, again, if you can get some of those thunderstorms, at least it'll help cool you off by a couple of degrees. Now, as we get into the day tomorrow, again, we'll continue to watch more of that moisture continue to get funneled into our area from the Gulf. So that's going to provide another round of widespread rain chances, especially as we get into those afternoon hours where we'll see the strongest chance of those thunderstorms. Again, this is very monsoonal season like. This is what we see pretty much every day during the monsoon season. But again, it has that potential of being somewhat on the slower moving side, but also the heavier side. So again, we're going to continue to watch for that potential of flash flooding as we go into the day tomorrow. But not only that, watch as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and even into Friday, where we watch that flash flood threat really start to expand over a good portion of the state. That's where we'll see those elevated rain chances, not only for us here in the metro, but even as we get into the later portions of the work week as well. So as we go into the rest of the day today, again, some spots will remain on more of the dry side where they'll have pops of clouds to help kind of shield you from that stronger sun. But as we get into the rest of the work week here, notice Roswell continues to see those lower rain chances, but Silver City has elevated rain chances as we get into the rest of the week as well. Across the northern side of the state is the same thing, where we'll see some spots will see more pops of clouds today, but there is a chance where the northwest side will get to see more of that action as we get into the later half of the week. But Las Vegas and areas in the northeast side of the state will continue to see those daily rain chances, especially as we get into the rest of this work week. Across the North Mountains, again, that's where we're already seeing some of that activity bubbling up on the radar this afternoon. To the north and east of Santa Fe, there is still that storm out that way. So right now, Santa Fe is dry, but we could see some of that activity moving a little closer as we get into the rest of the afternoon hours. Again, here in the metro, lower rain chances compared to some, but there's still that 40 to even 50% chance of rain today. So again, remain weather aware as we go through the remainder of this week.